As I mentioned, cash is king these days, and nobody understands that better than Warren Buffett, who holds about $25 billion now at Berkshire Hathaway. That doesn't mean he won't spend it. In my interview last week, in Omaha with Buffett, he told me that nowadays it'll take a lot more for him to part with his money.
We will always operate with lots of cash, and other people might have not sold a few things, but I always want to sleep well, and so I always want to have way more cash than we could possibly need under any circumstances.
Right, to give yourself that cushion.
Yeah, always. If you call me tomorrow with some deal that requires more money than we have available, that would leave me with cash below a comfort level, I've got two choices: to say no to you, or to sell something, and that may depend on the circumstances and whether I think I can get those sold and all of that. But I am not going to leave Berkshire ever uncomfortable in respect to cash.
And that cushion, is it right that it's about $10 billion? Or?
Well, that's what I say is the minimum I'll keep around. Now, we had $24 billion a year, and as you may know, and the truth is, even though I say $10 billion is the minimum, I don't want to get close to that. I don't ever want to depend on the kindness of strangers, or for that matter, the kindness of banks. That's evident to everybody now that it's not a world where you want to depend too much on others. But I've felt that way since I was, 20 years old and got out of school. I mean, you only have to have your head underwater for 10 minutes once in your life, and it's all over. Now, you can have your head underwater for 30 seconds, every day, but there's certain things you can't come close to.
Right.
10 billion is what I want to promise, and in my own mind, I'll be higher.
Okay. Doing those deals last year, are you in any way more sensitive now, though, to maintaining your cash position because you did those deals?
Well, it took down our cash, so anything that moves me anywhere close to the 10 billion, and I haven't gotten close, obviously, but anything that moves me in that direction raises the threshold for what I'll consider. I mean, if we got down to where we were really close, and we won't, but if we did, the threshold would be very, very high for laying out any money. On the other hand, frankly, when we had $45 billion around, the threshold wasn't as high for the first deal as it would be subsequently. Okay. The threshold got to be, as you could tell, in September, when we did it, the threshold had to be actually selling something I liked. And that's a different bar to cross than just having some cash around to do it.
Well, are you optimistic, Warren, that in this year there will be something that will trigger you to make another major acquisition?
No, I hope so. Yeah. I mean, I come down every day, and I hope so. But